If you're in the market for a premium putter, and money's no massive object, typically you're swaying towards Scotty Cameron. Certainly for the last 20 odd years, Scotty Cameron has been the top of most desirable list. They're like a piece of jewellery. And still, you've seen a lot of the best players in the world do incredibly well with them. Obviously, famously, Tiger Woods uses Scotty Cameron. Now, if you were to think more about engineering, if you're thinking more about technology, you might think of a couple of brands. One would be Odyssey, the other one would be Ping. Don't forget, Ping brought out the original answer shape many, many years ago. Well, now, Ping want a little bit of that Scotty Cameron market. So they've brought out some putters which look incredible and are definitely a contender for Scotty Camerons. Now these releases also could not have come at a better time because I'm in the market for a brand new putter. I also had a lesson with Phil Kenyon, one of the best putting coaches in the world recently, and we identified this idea that actually using a line on a putter might not be my ideal setup. So in my hand, I've got one of these new Ping putters. First off, just appreciate that head cover. How cool is that? Again, you see that with Scotty Camerons, they're very detailed head covers. Well, Ping are definitely bringing that to the party here. And underneath, you've got this. This is the PLD lineup. So it stands for Putting Lab Design. Now this particular model is the answer model, completely blacked out, no alignment line at all, black shaft, traditional black grip, even with the Ping man on there and just Ping written down the front, milled face, and I've got to be honest, it does look like a piece of artwork. Looks like a piece of jewellery. It's absolutely stunning. Like, you can tell the craftsmanship. Not that it's bad normally with Ping at all, but you can just tell the craftsmanship on this line has definitely elevated to a new level. Now, price-wise for these PLDs, they're £400 a putter. Yes, £400. And that's for all the putters throughout the lineup, which is obviously very expensive, but they kind of need to be if they want to rival the Scotty Camerons, because they're about that same price point. So, this one at the moment, the black model, I'm going to give it a little test, give it a little review, and who knows, this could quite comfortably go into my golf bag if it works for me. So you might be thinking, well, why is the line on a putter no good for you, Rick? Well, what we figured out with Phil, I've always used a line on my ball pretty much ever since I was a kid growing up playing. And I'm fairly good at lining the line of the golf ball up with my intended target to allow for the break as well. But where I definitely failed was the line on the back of the putter. I wasn't very good at lining that up with the line on the ball. I was much better at almost going more right angles with the face. So more recently I've been experimenting, not lining the golf ball up at all, and just kind of picturing the line a little bit better. Not that that's worked perfectly yet, but I've seen glimpses of improvement. Right, first putt with this putter. As I mentioned, I absolutely love the look of that. It's beautiful. It's not a super long blade from toe to heel. It's got a little bit of weighting on the toe and the heel, which is obviously famous for the answer lineup. Feels very nicely weighted. A touch heavier than what I'd expect normally to see with an answer putter, but doesn't offend me at all. Went in the hole and it felt nice. That actually did feel quite nice. Sometimes I question when a putter's not got an insert, it's like an Odyssey white hot insert for example, sometimes I don't think they're as soft, but the mill in the face, that was beautiful off the face on that first hit. Right, spend a bit of time, get my head around this putter, and I'll report back. So far, so good. I love the feel of this putter. As I mentioned earlier, the feel off the face is phenomenal. At the moment, it's not maybe filling me with the highest level of confidence, but it might be a putter I kind of need to get a little bit used to. I've got a couple of weaknesses at the moment in my putting. One is pace control, so I'm going to do some really long putts and see how reliable I can stroke this putter. And also, I've got a couple of little shorter putts I want to experiment with as well. So obviously, long putt, downhill, swinging right to left. Ideally, I want to get as many of these down in 2 as I can, but this first putt is crucial. So that felt good. Go! Needed a little bit more. I didn't feel like the putt was bad, obviously I've slightly underhit that a fraction. Just more level with the pin, run on a touch. Not bad. Simmer, simmer, simmer. So overall, 2 of them are pretty good. The one on the left and the one on the right was fairly decent for speed. I underhit the first one and weirdly slightly overhit the last one. None of them guaranteed 2 putts, I must admit, but I was a long way away. Let's see if I can knock them in. That's an incredible 2 putt in the end. It's a bit on that last one there. Certainly no short ones. I'm not sure if a real blade quite suits my eye. Almost like a confidence thing. I'm not sure if I'm fully confident on those short ones yet. Had a look around. For me, there are positives with this putter. I think it feels phenomenal. I think it looks incredible. And looking down on it, if someone had said to me, what brand is that putter? I'd have probably said it's like a Scotty Cameron. It looks so much like it, it feels really premium. So overall, I think Ping have nailed it for what they're trying to do with this putter. Obviously, it's a high price point. They want to compete with Scotty Cameron. And I think for that golfer who wants premium, who wants that kind of luxury item, which a Scotty Cameron or maybe a Ping PLD gives them, this is a perfect alternative. For me, might not be the model I use. I might give it a little test, who knows. Overall, very impressed. And if you're in the market for a fancy, expensive putter, then this isn't a bad one to try. We'll see you next time.